David and Goliath matchup is coming up here in the Philam Life Sevens Football League as we head into the playoffs between Super Eagles versus Tondo FC. Good evening, everyone. My name is Ivan Gayares together with Clara Manzano, and we have a very exciting matchup so far in our quarterfinals. But before that, let's quickly discuss the top 8 teams of this competition. It will be number 1, Super Eagles versus against number 8, Tondo FC, together with number 2, Ghana and Football Fanatics, with the remaining fixtures between Telemundo Laro at number 4 and Real Amigos at number 5, with Bohemian SC and H&J All-Stars completing the quarterfinal brackets. So let's talk about the match at hand between Super Eagles and Tondo FC. Super Eagles, the number 1 team of the tournament, and they have what have they done against the Tondo FC so far, Clark?
Well, you see, Super Eagles were really able to stamp their class over Tondo FC with a 4-0 win in the elimination round, but do not count out Tondo FC just for taking a defeat like that.
Well, Tondo FC could spring a surprise here against the number 1 team. And let's talk about the lineups of the 2 teams. You go first with the Super Eagles. Who do we look out for in this team, Claro?
Ibere Ugochukwu has been so important for them in their campaign. So if they really want to carry on their form, they will need him to carry things on.
And pretty much so going forward to Tondo FC, who has the loss of Robert Kusami. Who can we look up to for the squad?
With the way we've been seeing things, Michael Libre will really be important for them moving forward in their campaign.
And so don't go away. When we come back, it's the Super Eagles versus Tondo FC here at the Philam Life Sevens Football League. Here we go for kickoff in the quarterfinal matchup between Tondo FC and Super Eagles, number 1 versus number 8 here in the Philam Life Sevens Football League. Good evening, my name is Ivan Gayares together with Clara Manzano, and a David and Goliath matchup for us here, Clara.
Absolutely, Ivan is the first seed going up against the number 8 Super Eagles, actually, with a 10-1 win-loss record, with Tondo FC just scraping their way into the quarterfinals. They have a 5-6 record. So again, they've been on winner-go-home situations for the past few weeks in the Philam Life Sevens Football League.
And in the final match day, Tondo FC grab a 6-0 win over Stallion. Here comes Super Eagles. What a fake! An early opener from Ibere Ugochukwu. Not even the first minute has passed, but the Super Eagles already go into the score sheet.
And that's why the Super Eagles are the number 1 team in the league. Ugochukwu putting them in the driver's seat right away. And that's exactly how they want to set things in this game.
Now here's Tondo for that counter. Now we'll talk about Tondo FC missing their key man early in the group stages. They had Robert Corsame previously, but talk to us, Claro, about how he where did this important player go already?
You see, Corsame is already now playing his trade in the PPL, Philippine Premier League. So he's with Mindiola, and actually Corsame pulled off or scored a goal there, giving them a 2-1 lead. But unfortunately, they had to settle for a 2-all draw.
And here's Tondo FC, Michael Libre, dancing his way up to the Super Eagles half. Good job there. And a strike here from distance. Here comes Tondo. Number 12, James Ayuban, almost gets a good chance there. And they would need it, especially when you go up against Abu Ibrahim, who's quite a big goalkeeper. The number 1 former Philippine League player as well.
You can really see here the physical advantage of the Super Eagles, much bigger and taller than their counterparts from Tondo FC. Tondo, on the other hand, they have their speed, and we see here they just drew a foul in their attacking end, so a chance to respond early on.
Femi Orinov protesting that call, and now Tondo FC will have their chance from a set piece. I mean, this Super Eagles squad have the height advantage, especially in these possessions, so they will try to find their way. uh, back into the match.
And fortunately for Tondo FC, we're just 3-4 minutes into this game, so there's still much to play for.
Some pushing and shoving in the box there with the captain Fidel Nabuife. And the referee takes control of the action.
And despite their height disadvantage, you gotta love how these guys from Tondo are not afraid to body up against the Super Eagles.
And Janelle De La Cruz wins that throw-in. Here comes Gilbert. Header cleared. Number 9, Gilbert De La Cruz with the throw. All the way to the far post. Cleared easily by the Eagles. But here comes Tondo. Ayuban. A strike from De La Cruz.
And you can really see and feel the support here for Tondo FC. They have a good group of supporters in this match for them.
It's number 17 versus number 17. On the left flank, Ayuban versus Michael Okegu. As you can see from the movement of this Tondo players, you know that they're futsal oriented. The passing, the movement, the posture even. And they know close quarters combat, claro.
And given their familiarity with the futsal, that kind of helps actually in translating it into the 7-a-side, as the space here in this setup is also quite tight.
Good blocking there from Ayuban. Good ball there, layoff to number 33, strike wide. Femi Urinov just misses that left footer. Well, Super Eagles with a 1-0 advantage. 1 minute into the game already. Take care of this man, Ebere. And target man for the Super Eagles has been effective this season, which propelled them to a winning record, 10 wins with only 1 loss. And goalkeeper here for Tondo is Jemson Ayuban. Good coverage there, decoy. Super Eagles not keen on pushing this. And they will be waiting to find a gap later on.
And that really shows how experienced the Super Eagles are. Being smart with their decisions, not just forcing things and looking to go with the flow.
And this matchup, the winner of this matchup will face the winner of the Telemundo and Real Amigos, where number 4 and number 5 teams. Here's a chance from Michael Libre. Medyo na libre siya sa kanan, that's why he took that shot.
Absolutely, and you could really hear the power on that shot there.
I love how this number 8 squad stand up to the Super Eagles, who have been double champions in the 2 editions of this tournament so far.
And speaking of that, you have to love their mindset there of not being afraid just because they're the 8th seed going up against the top team in the league.
And not to mention, these guys are from Tondo, so a little bit of character with those players.
And them actually making the quarterfinals is something big for their community, something for them to cheer about, as you see, they have a good number of supporters here in the McKinley Hill Stadium.
Here's a chance, Ebere with a layoff and a second goal for the Super Eagles. Olisa Anene makes it 2 just after 8 minutes. And what a goal for the Super Eagles.
Talk about the team play there. Super Eagles knocking down some combinations very deep into their attacking end, easily breaking down the Tondo defense. And as a result there of their unselfish play, Ugochukwu now has 2 goals to his name.
Oguchukwu has a goal and an assist, giving that ball to Anene.
Made that an assist, rather.
Tondo will not stop. They will try to get that goal back, make the most out of his team. And another complaint from Femi as number 12 James Ayuban goes down.
See here, Tondo getting another free kick. They failed to capitalize early on. Super Eagles capitalizing on their clear height advantage. But let's see, what will they do now with this situation here?
Well, Tondo missing the services of Korsame, really not having that direction so far. They're just trying to make the most out of their counter-attacks. Here's a set piece. Chance inside, goes wide. Juvert Ayuban, the other player, aside from Jemson Ayuban, the keeper.
And going back to Korsame, actually, he really gives that extra flair, or may dagdag angas up front for Tondo FC.
Losing a target man could really be bad for a team, but they're built enough, well enough to cover for his place. Good players from different age levels from Tondo. Basics learned from Futkal with the Futkaleros. Really, you know, putting that seed in that area of the district. Kudos to the Futkal team for continuing this movement. And the Super Eagles now in cruise control, just taking their time. They're not in a rush. 2 goals up early in the game doesn't really bother them.
And being in cruise control for them actually could give them a chance to wait for Tondo to really come up with an error and really give Super Eagles a good opportunity up front.
Fidel with the chance. Nabuife tries his luck. Center back shoots from distance. It's not that far really from normal play, so but the smaller goals makes it more difficult. And Super Eagles calmly staying in their half but still earned possession. It's a mistake there from Chris Agas. Man on right back. Good header there. Pass into the wrong area. Comes Stanley to Ebere. Falls down, no call. Good movement. Ibere gets the ball back, fakes, lays it off to Stanley. Stanley, here's a chance. And a good coverage there from Joseph Cerdenia.
And you see there the Super Eagles really establishing that unselfish play that we were talking about earlier. Everyone working in unison like a well-oiled machine, making life easier for each other actually.
And ball goes out of play. Stanley Boime complaining of losing a shoe earlier. The referee wants none of it. And play restarts. Now, here comes Super Eagles. What a fake there. Pass back to Ibere, but a bit wide. Ibere tries to swing around. Loses his footing in the middle. No call from the referee. He stays down there, but Tondo not keen on going up to put the pressure. Willing to soak back in to get that counter attack.
And Tondo all of a sudden flipping the switch, opting to press with the Super Eagles, bringing the ball all the way deep into their defensive end.
Oh, Tondo missing that direction from midfield. They seem to get lost on that part. A good layoff and a flick. What a save! Jemson Ayuban. Brilliant save over the bar.
Ayuban there also showing some acrobatic ability, tipping the ball over the crossbar. It's keeping things at 2-0. Kind of putting them within a reasonable distance.
Michael Okigu with the corner. What can Super Eagles conjure here? Ooh, ball passes the face of goal. Stanley Some just missed that. He had that chance. Keeper was floored. And a timeout here in the first half as both teams try to edge in. We'll be back after a few reminders. A restart here on the game as both teams go through. And we're here in the 16th minute of the match. After that brief timeout, play continues here at the Film Life 7's Football League. Super Eagles leading by 2-0 here in this first half against Tondo FC. Super Eagles in white, Tondo in red. Oh, and a rash challenge there from Super Eagles. That's a bad lunge there. Let's see how the referee interprets this.
We see the Super Eagles.
And the foul is given against the Super Eagles. And protest done already. Tondo setting up their attack, spaced properly, no defensive players at the back. Strike, and it goes out for James Ayuban, and a wasted opportunity there for the Manila side.
And unfortunately for them, Tondo, they're getting that free kick from their hard work, but failing to capitalize there. But they have a counter to be able to amend things.
And Abu Ibrahim is not bothered by that passing attempt from Tondo. Ebere with a good fake there.
And you see there how Ibrahim got the ball to a dangerous area of the pitch.
Jemson Ayuban with his goal kick. Ooh. Fidel heads the ball out for a corner, but he nudges James Ayuban in the process. Ayuban is down. No ill intention there from the captain. He was going for the ball, but it's just that he's quite bigger than itong si Ayuban.
Well, as we mentioned earlier, the Super Eagles have a clear advantage physically over their counterparts from Tondo FC.
Short corner, lays off. Ebere on the way, switches to the other side all the way. Good clearance there from Tondo. Kevin Victorino now with his appearance in the match.
Tondo, they're backtracking just to get a stop in time.
Okigo with a throw in. Here comes Fidel. Played for Nomads before. Okigo. Tondo wins that throw in.
Tondo earlier fine with just sitting back, but they're here again trying to press earlier.
Iberes passes to Stanley. Ibere with a strike. Cleared by Libre, but recovered by Olisa. Long throw, Stanley. No goal there. He pushed down his marker. Michael Libre before that header.
That's the height advantage that we were talking about there that they were looking to utilize, but the Super Eagles there get called for a foul.
Ooh, and a nutmeg there from Libre.
Libre there just getting pinned down by another Super Eagle.
Sardena holding fort, but he lose that ball on the counter attack, wins it back. Here comes Tondo, Victorino. Balbin joins the fray.
What a find there to get the ball to Balbin in the midfield, but Super
And a
Eagles.
bad pass there. Now here comes the Super Eagles, Ebere. Strong man up top, try to trick his way inside. He does. Finds the line, but ball goes out. And what has been successful for Super Eagles today, Claro?
See, the Super Eagles have been able to take advantage of their height and really being able to tighten up on defense. And on the other end, they've also been putting in a great effort on offense, being very unselfish, working like a well-oiled machine.
And here comes Tondo with a chance. James Ayuban strokes that wide. Still very positive for this Tondo squad. Down 2-0, but still have that energy to go through this. It's about 4 minutes left in this first half. And still plenty of time for them to maybe get a goal back and make this game interesting, Claro.
I can't agree with you more there, Ivan. You really have to love the attitude that they are taking into this game. It's win or go home, and it makes it even more special that they have people here supporting them, being very vocal.
Well, Olisa there with a clever movement in the middle. Tong Super Eagles medyo nagre-relax na ng konti, and hindi na masyadong pinipilit yung laro, but
Nagre-relax ng konti, and you see here now Tondo pressing, but things are opening up at the back.
now a good find there. Stanley hits the side netting. Stanley Some. A good opportunity there, but Jemson Ayuban was well positioned to thwart that attack. The angle was narrow and the chance was weak. So here comes Tondo. Played on the line by number 7. Pushed away by Stanley. Good conversion from Ayuban. Ayuban tries to fake his way. Tondo kids on the side cheering their friends from the community, trying to give that support to their boys over here.
And from that effort, you see here that energy they bring onto the pitch. Of course, Tondo would love to reward their supporters with a goal or with a result here.
Good coverage there from Super Eagles. Here comes Tondo. Ball right back. Covered well by Femi.
And you have to appreciate here the consistency of the Super Eagles on defense.
Now this is clockwork for them. They have the driver's seat for the semi-final slot, which if should they win here and progress, they will face the winners of Bohemian and H&J. And unfortunately there, the corner hits Balbin and out for a goal kick.
Medyo nagkamali.
Medyo nakangiti dun si Balbin, getting hit by his own teammate. And has been quiet the latter part of the first half so far. It's a minute and change remaining in this first half of this quarterfinal matchup. Fidel Mbufe moving forward. This Ebere with a volley doesn't bother Ayuban any bit. Balbin. Now Ebere lays off. What a movement. Here comes Ebere again. Good skill there, footwork.
You see there the threat the Super Eagles were able to give, and they were playing actually 2-on-3, 2-on-4 in that recent spell.
That strong pass not dealt with by number 12, James Ayuban. Foul throw. Now for Tondo. Lose that possession quickly. Ibrahim controls. Now ball taken by Ebere, who takes his time.
That was a great find there from Ibrahim, getting the ball to his teammates up front.
A strike there from Femi. And that's it at the half. Goals from Oguchuku, Ebere, and Elisa Anene make the difference as the Super Eagles take a 2-0 lead. We'll be right after for the second half for the quarterfinals here in the Film Live 7's Football League.
Here are your Philam Life 7's Football League top 5 goals. At number 5.
Compared to any movement, you cover a lot more space than you think. Oh, and there's a chance from Bohemian that they make count. H&J now have it all to do here.
And what about that pass? Once again, from Hamed Hajimeni in the middle, just finding Matsunaga.
At number 4.
That's it.
Oh, and as you say that, Ryan, fantastic turn and shot. The Super Eagles take the lead. Thank you to Ebere Oguchukwu.
At number 3.
Oh.
And there it is, the second goal that puts the result beyond doubt. 2-0 in favor of the Super Eagles.
At number 2.
As Bohemian with a chance, and the first goal as JJ opens the scoring and the Cristiano Ronaldo celebration to boot. 1-0 to Bohemian.
But you've got to give a lot of credit to Hamed Hajimeni who created that shot. He dribbled Hamed on the left side.
And your number 1 goal.
As the numbers for Bohemian, JJ converts, and that should be it. 4-0 in favor of Bohemian with around just 3 minutes to play. JJ probably had a lot of choreography practice before.
Never miss another electrifying goal. Watch Philam Life 7's Football League Fridays at 7 p.m. only on 5+.
And we are back here for second half action in the Film Life 7's Football League between the Super Eagles and Tondo FC. Together with Ivan Gallares, I am Claro Manzano, calling this game as we have the ball come close to us here in the commentary section as Tondo FC throw the ball back for fair play. And Super Eagles playing from left to right, donning their jerseys in green and white. And then you have Tondo FC sporting their orange, black, and white kits, playing from right to left. Tondo finding themselves in a 2-0 hole with Ebere Ugochukwu setting things for them early on with a goal right before the first minute. As you see here, some action. Tondo FC with some intense pressing. But the ball goes out for a Super Eagles goal kick.
Now you can see, Claro, that Super Eagles now just soaking in pressure, looking for that counter-attack. As you see here from number 23, they're really just taking advantage of this cushion. They know they have this psychological and numerical advantage in goals, but they're just waiting on Tondo FC to make that mistake.
And given that, Super Eagles have that 2-0 lead, and Tondo are continuing to push forward in search for their first goal of the game, hoping to put up a fight here with the Super Eagles. And so we have a cross right there, but it hits the side netting. That's for number 2 of Tondo FC, Roel Viva.
Itong Tondo FC, they have rotated some players as well, giving them a chance in this matchup. It's some fair play in the middle. Number 15 and number 23 exchanging handshakes there. Odogu and Joseph Sardena.
And speaking of those changes that they're making, Ivan, how helpful is it that the Sevens Football League, or the 7-a-side game, features flying subs?
Oh, it's really good for the action here, as both teams will be given enough time to really, do their thing on the court and allow some rest for some stars, which makes it very nice for the fans watching.
And actually, also another interesting thing that we have here is that the 7-a-side game actually does not have the offside rule, so that could actually pave way for more scoring opportunities.
Yeah, you're really pressured to produce a good passing display. You should be more deliberate in what you do, especially in this with the smaller space given to you. Not so much room for errors here, as this is a do-or-die matchup. 2-0 lead by the Super Eagles over Tondo.
Yes, you see here, Super Eagles getting the ball back, but almost giving that up thanks to the pressure of Tondo FC. And some crafty work there from number 7, Michael Libre. So they have the ball deep down the flanks. And looks like the referee has signaled for a corner kick for Tondo FC.
And Tondo soaking up the Tondo putting pressure early on here at the second half. And also itong Super Eagles, they also rotated some of their players, and the likes of number 11 Tony Oko going in the center. So medyo I think they pretty much decided on the result already, but Super Eagles really just waiting on Tondo for that press.
And you're actually right there, Ivan, with the Super Eagles. They are very confident with their back line, putting 3 guys at the back. And as you see here, they go for a run down the left flank. And an unselfish play again. And that's number 24, Idris, firing wide. And
good chance there from Idris. He just hurt himself on that shot, but getting that some minutes is good for him. As we can see, the Super Eagles doing their work.
And you see Ugochoku there, the find down the left, but that goes outside. Possession going back to Tondo. And actually make that Bernard if Fiatcher. And you see here Tondo with a shot that sails just over the bar. That appears to be number 11, Jonel De La Cruz. You see maybe just some extra control there, Ivan, and he would have put that on target.
Well, he took a chance and he took it well. It's just that his angle on the shot was just a little bit high. That leaves Tondo still goalless in this game.
And that's been the story of the game so far. So we have some action right here. The Super Eagles getting the ball deep. And some play there again. And it goes straight to the goalkeeper, Jemson Ayuban, getting a save right there. And he looked to throw it long to the half line, but Super Eagles taking advantage of their height, of their ceiling, and they take the ball down the center. And some great combinations as always there. And as we have a goal for the Super Eagles, that is 3-0.
What an ecstatic finish from number 24, Bulaji Idris. Spectacular play here at the 32nd minute. Super Eagles just calmly taking possession and building up, which led them to their third goal.
And with the way things have been going, the result of this game seems to be pretty much set, except for the final score, as Tondo looking to build from the back, but you see some pressure right there from Charles Ujam, the goal scorer. Oh, made that Idris rather. As we see Tondo bringing it up. And you have a foul right there. That is James Ayuban getting fouled. He wins a free kick for Tondo FC. For the orange shirts. Tondo FC getting several opportunities or set pieces in their attacking end, but have failed to capitalize. Now let's see how they handle this here. A challenge that they have is that they fail to capitalize right there, and you see the energetic counter-attacking play of the Super Eagles, but they look to hit it back. And some beautiful build up here, moving the ball forward. You see some crafty footwork. Well, that's number 23, Odogu Godwin, having to deal with two defenders.
Godwin Odogu influencing that part in the forward end of Super Eagles. And a foul throw given as the player was stepping in line.
And you see here a flying substitution for Tondo. That is Joward Ayuban coming out. And you see here Tondo trying to spring some life back into this game for them. They trail 3-0. And a great switch right there to find an open teammate.
The Super Eagles have been pressing in their own half. They're not pushing it on the opponent's half. They're just waiting and pressing. And so far in the second half, it has given them the third goal rather. And cruise control here for the Super Eagles.
And that has been the story of the game so far, as the Super Eagles were in the driver's seat from the get-go with Ibere Ugochoku, giving them that 1-0 lead. And Olisa Anene doubling that lead in the first half with a strike in the 8th minute.
Some physicality there from Charles Ujam, who pushed his marker before getting the ball. He's the vice captain now, taking on that yellow armband for Super Eagles. Almost a full change for the guys in white there, as they opted to rest some of their players.
But despite of that full change, you can still see that there's no drop in quality in the squad of the Super Eagles. That is why they are the #1 ranked team in the Film Life Sevens Football League.
The depth and quality of their team has been telling, and so far it has been victorious for them. 10 wins in this tournament. This one could be their 11th should they finish with the lead. And a good denial there from Nbuife.
And we've been seeing a rock-solid defense from the Super Eagles, and they have been very consistent on both ends of the pitch right now. As you see here a spell with number 8, Charles Ujam dribbling in, that loses possession, and Tondo looking to spark a counter-attack. But they don't have the numbers, but what a save right there from Abu Ibrahim. Really talented keeper.
Michael Libre setting up that ball for number 12, James Ayuban. Ayuban just missing that chance, but there's still plenty of time here in the second half to make that work.
And you also see there Tondo FC, they have a great understanding of themselves there. But on a number of times, they've been able to come up with scoring opportunities, only for finishing to let them down, or maybe the physicality of the Super Eagles, as Tondo gets called for a foul there with number 3 Eugene.
Godwin Odogu getting hit by number 3 Eugene Sanguyo. And a little bit of patience here from the Super Eagles. No more complaints at the moment.
Well, time is on their side, Ivan, as they have a 3-0 lead. We are 37 minutes into this game. And you see the Super Eagles are not happy with the way some things are going. Hear them protesting.
Well, Sanguyo with that chance there. Super Eagles complaining of a non-call on that far side. Makita natin si Fidel and Bife. Here comes Godwin.
And again, the Super Eagles taking their sweet time with Bernard. If you're sure they're hitting it out to number 8, Charles Ujam. Oh, a dangerous ball right there with Tondo struggling to set things up properly as they concede another throw in. And look at the physicality there of Charles Ujam. He cuts into the center, only to get denied. But the Super Eagles keeping a decent spell possession right here, as that is goal number 4 for Charles. I think that is number 8, Charles Ujam, pulling another one back for them.
A 39th minute strike from Charles Ujam. And Super Eagles in cruise control. 4-0 already. And they already matched their previous result from earlier in the eliminations. They also won by 4-0 over Tondo.
And they are asserting their quality right here in this match, with Tondo giving the ball away easily right at the resumption of play. But they get it back right here. You see at number 7, Michael Libre was swarmed there. The Super Eagles back with possession, and they look to patiently set things up.
Now here comes the pressure of Tondo. The Super Eagles still just calmly soaking it in. I like how the energy is still high for Tondo. The score, it does not matter. What matters is they give their all, and as you can see here, Ayuban.
And absolutely, Ivan, it's great that they have that never say die attitude. And who knows if they could at least pull back a goal here, and that may get things swinging in their favor. As you see there, as number 4, Marvin Talampas, getting the ball right at the edge of the box, but he was swarmed by several defenders. And here comes another Super Eagles attack. The green and white shirts right there. And they are resetting the play.
Talampas had that golden chance up front for Tondo. With his he controlled the ball in the wrong side of his body, which doesn't help him get a shot in. So pretty much still cruise control here for Super Eagles.
And talk about Talampas there. He had to deal with 4 defenders, as you see there. Number 19, Fidel Nabuife, being rock solid on defense, and that is they hit it to number 11, Tony Oko. Some interesting hairstyle that Oko has right there. With the Super Eagles playing things now back to the right wing, and they take it to the center. Charles Ujam right there. Oh, the Super Eagles give back the ball, and what a ball there to Tondo FC, and they pull a goal back there. That is number 7, Michael Libre. And listen to this crowd, Ivan.
Persistency from the number 7. Obviously, he idolizes Cristiano Ronaldo. He took his time, found that spot at the back, took his chance one-on-one, and made that score. Now it's 4-1, still for the Super Eagles.
And no clean sheet there, though, for the Super Eagles. So that may be a consolation for Tondo FC. We have about 9 minutes remaining to play before full time. And let's see how Tondo will be able to ride this wave, or will the Super Eagles continue to stay calm and stay in cruise control? Because they've been doing a splendid job in this game overall,
Well,
setting the tone early.
it was a well-deserved goal for Tondo FC after all that effort they have in pressing and trying to create chances up top. Now they have the chance, almost a own goal there, but luck on their side.
And would have derailed the momentum right there of Tondo had that been a known goal. But another wave here for the Super Eagles, and what a turn by number 24, Idris, one of the goal scorers. Would have been a spectacular goal.
Oh, Bolaji Idris just had too much of the ball.
And you see there, Idris was looking to waste some time. Tondo FC wanted to get that ball back to resume play. So we have a Super Eagles goal kick. And we've noticed Predators, they've been going for the long ball, but they opt to take it short right now. And you tell us, Ivan, they've been going for the long ball because of their physical advantage over Tondo FC.
No, they're just playing it any way they want now. They really not urgently putting the ball on the ground and making plays. They just try to take advantage of this high press from Tondo. Obviously, there will be some spaces at the back with 4 guys in front. Now a foul against Tondo. And they will take their time. Only 6 minutes left, Claro.
And you see right there, teams not getting into foul trouble with Tondo picking up their second foul in the second half. Super Eagles also with 2 fouls. And could you tell us, Ivan, what happens here if teams exceed the foul limit of 5 in the Film Life 7's Football League?
Here in 7's Football League, the objective is to have the games in a very high intensity, and you're not allowed to do rough tackles here as much as we can. So any team who earns 6 fouls in a half will be penalized by a face-off penalty, which will start from the middle of the pitch onto on a one-on-one chance with the keeper. But so far, no such fouls here, even though the action has been pretty stiff. 1 warning there from the referee.
And as you see there, Tondo and Super Eagles now with 3 fouls apiece. But with the way things have gone, we only have 6 minutes left, so we do not really foresee any teams getting into foul trouble. And here comes a Super Eagles free kick, and that goes straight to the wall of Tondo FC. Talk about the power right there. You see the ball was cleared all the way by number 24, Idris. Again, time is obviously on the side of the Super Eagles as they have a 4-1 lead. But that is not the case for Tondo FC as they look to take that throw in long. Long balls, of course, would favor Super Eagles as they regain possession here. But Tondo immediately responding. They have 3 men forward, and you saw the intention there on the pass, but unfortunately that went out for a throw-in.
And a chance there for Tondo went begging as the through ball through the wings was just too much. A good piece of skill there.
And you see, play continues as we've pretty much seen it throughout this game. Super Eagles, the Nigerians, just taking their sweet time, hoping to get some pressure. So they've been able to break down the Tondo FC defense successfully, and great combination right there. It gets thwarted by number 14 of Tondo, Christopher Agas. And this result of this match, Ivan, is pretty much set, except for the final score.
Yep, Super Eagles still in cruise control, but it's also good to notice that the development behind this Tondo squad, guys like Peter Amores who established Footcal, in that area. They lived there and taught these kids how to play, and see, it has borne fruit after a few years. Competitive stuff from the guys in red.
And for example, oh, here comes a Super Eagles attack that goes off target to the disappointment of Charles Ujam. He pulled back a goal earlier in this game in the 39th minute. And speaking of Tondo FC, the program that they have here, is a testament that they already have, is Roberto Corsame, who actually suited up for them earlier in the season. Corsame, if I'm not mistaken, also suited up for Arellano and in the NCAA, and now finds himself with Mindiola in the Philippine Premier League. And something for the community to cheer about, as we have Super Eagles pressing forward. But Tondo again, with their energetic style of play, hoping to take things back into their hands, as you see some physical action for the ball as the referee signals for a foul on the Super Eagles. Tondo quickly continuing play down the right flank. But you see there, this Super Eagle defense has been rock solid in this game.
Oh, that's why they've been in the first place. Super Eagles really doing very well in all aspects of the match. Some extra physical plays on the right side there.
And you see this, the score here, or the score line, may be pretty much a blowout, but we're seeing some great action here in the playoffs, as we have about 2 minutes left. Super Eagles in cruise control, but here comes a cross, a corner kick that fails to meet a Super Eagle or a defender. Tondo FC here refusing to wilt, and what a throw in. And that's been the story of the game so far. The Super Eagles staying calm and composed on defense. We have a 4-1 game.
Now they will bring this experience to them in the semifinals. Cruise control here, not so much probably in the next round, and the Super Eagles may have enough time and to adjust and maybe prepare for the next match.
And we have about 30 seconds left to play, and we are just waiting for the final whistle in this match, as there goes another throw-in taken long, and that goes out for a goal kick for the Super Eagles, as the time continues to tick. You're 10 seconds away from full time. Abu Ibrahim just taking his sweet time, looking to send that forward, but it goes back to Tondo FC. They'd love to pull back another goal here, and they come so close right there. What a save by Abu Ibrahim.
Oh, twin saves from Abu Ibrahim made a difference in that possession. The last play in this match, and corner or a throw is given to Tondo FC.
And if you're Tondo FC, you'd love to end your season with a goal on a high note, and that is easily intercepted. And the referee calls for full time. The final score in this match, the quarterfinal of the Film Life Sevens Football League: Super Eagles 4, Tondo FC 1. Super Eagles with goals from Ibero Bochoku, Wulaji Idris, Olisa Anene, and Charles Ujam to wrap things up for them. Tondo FC getting a goal behind Michael Libre, their number 7. And the Super Eagles take a 4-1 victory and advance to the semifinals. And together with Ivan Gayares, I am Claudio Manzano, and thank you very much for tuning in here.